Hey, Tanya.
What's up, John?
I tell you what's up. Planning a cruise can be a bit overwhelming.
And we're here today in this video to share some money-saving tips. Stay tuned.
So, before we get started, we'd like to thank all the military veterans and active duty spouses and family that we have a link down below about military cruise deal on cruises.
Yes, I'll add it here below, but it's also in the description of our video.
First, there's two ways you can save a bundle on a cruise. What I like to do, book them far in advance, at least 18 months in advance, because you can get some really good deals on it. And if the cruise even drops lower, as long as the cruise is not paid off.
And they're saying you can book them as early as 18 months in advance.
Sometimes 2 years.
Yeah.
It depends on what cruise line. If you didn't pay off the cruise yet, and if you see a price drop, you can get a new cruise, bill, what the cruise is. So you can say 50, 100, whatever it drops. So that's one little tip we can show you, that 18 months out, you can save you a lot of money. I seen
book
one.
Early. He's saying book early.
Yeah, book early. Because I seen one, whoever loves Princess Cruise, seen a cruise February of 2027 on the Majestic. This is no lie. Midship balcony on the 10th floor, which is the Capri. It was the Princess Premiere. That's everything all included for $3,600.
Wow.
That
it's
is
not just
phenomenal.
Princess, though. You can check out the other cruise lines
Right.
because you book early and a lot of them do early. And on the other hand, the second part of it, I'll let John explain that.
Oh, you mean last minute cruises?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're lucky if you live near a port, you can do this a lot easier. But
Yeah. Your niece, mom, does that quite a bit. And she waits for a last minute cruise. And what did she tell us? She got one for $50?
I'm not
Go on
sure.
a cruise?
Well, she didn't even get off the ship. I don't think she stayed right on it.
Yeah. So, and I know a couple other people that basically was in Florida. They called up. Hey, you know what? You got one out of Port Canaveral? No problem. I'm 2 hours away. Boom. Couple $100, 7-day cruise, inside cabin, whatever they got, doesn't matter. It was a great deal. So last minute cruises can save you a bundle of money.
So another way to save is if you're in a Facebook group, which many of you are, you can get into a group where there's a lot of travel agents in these cruising groups, and there's cruising groups for each cruise line.
Yeah.
And you can find a travel agent, but just precautionary measures, make sure they're legit. Check them out, make sure they're legit before you're forking out money to pay for a cruise.
Right.
But a lot of times they'll offer like group cruise rates or budget cruise rates or discounted cruise rates, and sometimes they'll offer more like onboard credit or discounts on things. So check with the travel agents that are in those groups.
I heard one travel agent was offering a drink package for a cruise.
I mean, they will. Some will
You never
offer.
know.
Yep.
You never
Yep.
know. So we touched on this before, but let's touch on this again. So you didn't pay your cruise off, cruise price drops, you get the price difference. But if you have your cruise already paid off and it's 60 days or further out, you call up your travel agent or the cruise line itself, because we sometimes like to book through the cruise line. They will give you onboard credit. There's one cruise that kept dropping down, and Tiny and I had $500 onboard credit, and that's no joke.
Yeah. So if you think once you booked your cruise and that's all you got to do, and then you just wait and go on your cruise, you could be losing out on a lot of money or onboard credit. And it sometimes it goes down, sometimes by half. It depends on these price drops. So I mean, you could be saving money there. So
yeah, the cruise line wants those cabins filled. That's for sure.
Yep.
Okay, so here's a little tip or secret. Some cruise lines have a bidding system. Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, I think, and I know of Princess for sure. If you book an inside cabin or ocean view, you can bid 60 days out. They'll give you a link or they'll go on the homepage and say, you are eligible to bid on this, this, and this. But write this down. Write your original bid down, or your original purchase of the room. Also,
yeah, because you don't want to bid over what the room originally costs.
Right. So write your original price down of your inside or ocean view. Put that down. Then write down at that time what a balcony or a suite would cost. Because, like Tanya said, you don't want to bid way over what the balcony would have cost.
You know, because you're getting excited. You know,
right? And we did win a bid one time. We just said, heck, let's see if we can win it. And we won a penthouse suite.
That was
for
the first
Alaska
and only
cruise.
time we ever did that. But it was nice to be in a penthouse suite for Alaska.
And we didn't bid high. You never know. You just never know. So put the bid in.
They're looking to fill those rooms. So
yeah. So that's another way you can save money. It's not guaranteed.
If the ship isn't full and there's those rooms available, the reason they do that for you to bid is because there's people that still sometimes may want to take a last minute cruise, but they don't want those big expensive rooms. So they'll let the people that already booked bid on them, and then they'll bring the other ones into the rooms that you have.
Or what they do sometimes, because the most popular room is the balcony cabin, they might push you up into a mini suite or something just so they can fill the room up.
So another way to save is to sail off season. For those when you have young kids in school, that's a good time. Usually prices will drop around that time. And then also the shoulder season, which is your April and September months. Those are when prices tend to drop for cruise lines. So catch a deal. But
keep in mind, April gets a little bit hotter. September, if you go to the Caribbean, that's hurricane season. Just keep that in mind. Now,
and don't cruise in August to the Caribbean or the Bahamas.
Yeah, but the water's like
it's
bath.
Beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm just saying, if you don't want to be melting in the heat.
But it's bath water.
Yeah, but it's hot.
So here's another way you can save some money is skip the shore excursions through the cruise line. I do not recommend this if you're a first-time cruiser. I recommend this if you've been on a couple cruises or did deep research, because if you're not experienced and you take a shore excursion through a third party, they come back late, your boat's gone, you're going to have to find a way home.
And we always a lot of people do, not just us people, but we stand on the balcony and watch the pier runners coming in. You feel bad for them, but most of them they make it, and then you're cheering them on. So that's a good thing. You're basically not making fun of them. You're cheering them on to make it, because you want to see them make it on board.
For instance, a snorkeling or excursion through a cruise line can range anywhere from $80 to $180 through a cruise line. You can probably get that same one through a local third person, $60 maybe to $100. So there's a big savings. Just beware.
Watch your time. Ask, look to see how long the excursions are, because we try to get back on the ship at least
a couple hours
before it leaves. And if the excursion is going to run up until right when it's getting ready to leave,
not going to do it.
I mean, unless we're booking through the ship, because if you're booking through the ship, then like he said, that you're safe. But
so just beware.
But you can save money booking outside the ship.
There's money saving, but just beware.
Yep. Okay, so another way to save money is to purchase your drink package, your specialty dining, your Wi-Fi, your shore excursions. Book all that in advance online, because there's always discounted to purchase it in advance. So you can do that and save a lot of money.
Yes. But here's the thing about the drink package. Yes, it's nice. It includes all the drinks, but you got to do the math. Carnival, $82 a day, blah, 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 over how many days, blah, 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 times 2 people, because say Tanya and I in a room, that's $1,100 for a 7-day cruise. Divide that down, you're going to have to drink 5.7 mixed drinks and 7.4 beers to make a day to make that work. Okay, because the specialty coffees, the soda, and what was the water does not count against your package. But if you want to include that in the price, if you're big into specialty coffees, which we like at least 1 a day, maybe 2, it might save you money. You're going to have to fool around with this. Say, yeah, I might have a wine or a mixed drink, and that's it. But are you going to make it up on the backside with the water? Because a bottle of water is $4.95. Okay, specialty coffee starts off at 5 something. Do the math, see if it's worth it.
Yep.
That's all I have to say about that.
So another way to save some money is to bring your own snacks, bring your own chips, because on the ship, if you go to like say Carnival, the cherry on top, I mean it's like $5 or $4.90 something per pound for candy.
Yeah.
And it gets quite expensive. And, you know, even chips for like a can of chips that you can get for like $3, like Pringles, you can get for like $3 in the store here. I think they're like $7 on board.
Are you kidding me?
$6 to $7. Yep.
Wow.
So just pack some snacks if
Yeah.
you got room in your luggage, especially if you got little ones too, or you know like us, sometimes we just like to have some snacks at night.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, or we're just not hungry to go to dinner, and we just want something light to eat or
Right.
watch a movie and have something light.
Yeah.
So you can save by packing your own snacks.
Right.
Kind of like those that sneak their candy into the movie theater and don't buy the movie theater candy.
Right.
You know, but you're not sneaking it. You are allowed to bring that. So I wouldn't suggest bringing chocolate because it won't be chocolate. It'll be soup by the time you get it unpacked.
So, gratuity. Let's talk gratuity.
Okay.
All right. Before we get into it, the crew on all the ships, every single cruise ship we've been on, they work hard. They work hard to please you on your vacation. We probably never been on a cruise that the crew never worked hard or pleasant to us, right?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
always had great staff, great crew.
Yeah, if it's the dining hall, the stewards, or just the people that clean the boat, always pleasant, always upbeat, and always there to help you. Prepay your gratuity because you can save money
Yeah.
on prepay. And keep in mind,
Because it averages $14 to $20 per day.
Right.
For gratuity.
right,
Per
person
person,
in
per
that
person.
cabin. $14, I believe, is inside up to balcony.
Okay.
Then the suites, the different level suites, is $20 on
And
up.
up.
Right. I always prepay, and I always
Then it's out of sight, out of mind. You don't get that bill slid
Right.
under your door at the end of the cruise.
So-
I mean, you get it, but not for gratuity.
not only that, don't get sticker shock when you book your cruise. It's going to be probably $200 to $300 more with gratuity. It's up front, it's paid, it's done. You don't have to worry about it. I always give a little bit extra to the good help. They deserve it.
Which is usually our room steward,
Right.
the dining room if
Yes.
you're in the dining hall.
Right.
You know, because you get the same staff if you're on my time dining.
Right.
So
Just
go ahead.
do it. It's worth it. It's worth making the crew happy.
Yep. So another way to kind of save a little bit of money is to use your onboard credit wisely. If you're given onboard credit, use it wisely. Use it for specialty dining. Use it for, if you want a spa treatment, treat yourself to that. Use it for an excursion, maybe something you want to try. Just don't blow it frivolously on little $10 items here and there. Use it on something that's worthwhile. So something that maybe you don't get at home that you're on your vacation. Just enjoy it. So
Yes. Yeah, spa.
just use it wisely.
Or if it's a certain excursion that
Yeah,
looks
that's what I
awesome.
said,
Yeah, you just do that. So, all right, so let's talk food. I like food, but you know what? You can gain a lot of weight on these cruises, but let's talk about food anyways. All right, there's a bunch of free food on a cruise where you don't have
You don't
to.
have to spend that extra.
What's that?
You don't have to spend that extra at all.
No, that's up to a certain person or party that if they want to go specialty dining, that's up to you. Carnival, they have the Blue Iguana. Love it. Breakfast burritos, phenomenal. The tacos are good. Tanya's
they have the
favorite
hamburger.
place is, what was that?
Guy's Burgers?
Guy's Burgers, thank you. That's her favorite place. She
Well,
loves those cheeseburgers
it's not
and everything.
It's not my favorite, but
No?
I do like it. Yes.
Okay.
It's not my
She
favorite.
likes it.
But I do like it.
But, you know,
And then they got the pizza. They always have the pizza.
right. In the morning, you got the buffet, free breakfast in the morning. But if you don't want to wait around, and on your little app, you can,
This is Carnival now.
Carnival, yes, you can put your name in and go to the dining hall. A lot of people don't know that, but the dining hall for breakfast is free, and they got good breakfast.
Yep.
So,
and a lot of ships. I mean, they all have the free foods. So, take advantage of that rather than, if you're on a budget and you really don't need the specialty dining, take advantage of all the free foods you can get.
But let's talk about pizza. Pizza's free, and you got 5 different choices. And you want to pay a little bit extra for a specialty pizza?
You're talking about specific one cruise line. He's talking about just Carnival. So if you're talking about just Carnival, but if you open it up to other cruise lines, they all have some kind of pizza.
So
there might not be 5 choices.
So every single cruise line we're on have free pizza.
Yeah.
Might not have been 5, but they have free pizza. Carnival Cruise Line has 2 specialty pizzas, which you bought one.
It was the Hawaiian chicken something, and then there was the Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
I did I think it's Hawaiian chicken something. Yeah. I know there's Korean barbecue and then there's another one. Barbecue chicken it might have been, but it did have pineapple and chicken. And it's really good, guys. Yeah. But it's $6. You get the whole pizza, so it's like regular, how they make whole pizzas and slice them into 4. You get the whole pizza for $6. So it's really, really good.
They also have deli sandwiches. Yeah. Reubens, meatball sandwiches, hot dogs. I mean, you name it, they got it. Also, what's the name of that Italian restaurant? I always mess it up on Carnival. Anyways, the Italian restaurant. During lunchtime, it's free. It's free. You can have Italian good food, which we went during lunchtime, and it was good.
Yeah.
It was
Dinner
good.
time, there is an upcharge.
Yeah, $12 a person. Or $18, I believe it's $12.
For those that did go there and are going to say, oh, but we got it free, you were probably on an inaugural sailing.
Yes.
So for the first year, those restaurants sometimes are free.
Yes.
So just
keep
that in mind. It won't be free every time you cruise.
There is a bunch of food that you can get for free and the main dining hall for dinner. It's all free. It's all free. You paid for it. Take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. So another way to save money is to pack light so that you don't have to do laundry on the cruise. Pack enough so you have enough clothes, but the crew will do your laundry for an upcharge. But if you're trying to save money, you don't need to do that. They do have, I know on Carnival, I'm not sure on all the cruise lines, but a laundry room or a washroom, whatever you guys call it, that you can do your laundry for some small change. But keep in mind, if you're not in that room taking your laundry out, someone else is going to be in there taking your laundry out and throwing it on a counter.
Yeah.
Years ago, we had that happen to us, and our stuff was all over the floor by the time we came in there. And we really were only 10 minutes trying to get back to the laundry room to get our stuff from the amount of time that the machine said it was going to take to wash.
A little respect, but...
but respect on both sides. You can't leave your laundry in the machine and, vice versa.
Right.
So.
Okay, next one. Sign up to the loyalty programs. Carnival via VIFP. Then you got the Captain Circle. You got the loyalty. Each cruise line has their own name of their loyalty program. When you go on so many cruises, you get more perks. Let's talk about Carnival because we know best. Mm-hmm. We are platinum members, so we get Embarkation. Priority embarkation and priority to get on the boat at an earlier time. We also get 3 bags of laundry for free, and debarkation we have easier off too. I know on Royal, once you become Diamond, you get 4 drinks a day. Diamond Plus is 5 drinks a day. That's alcohol drinks. Sign up for it. Accumulate your points. You'll get
with
free
Carnival,
stuff.
Though, do you have to sign up for that? I think with Carnival it's automatic, isn't it?
No. You still have to sign up, and it's easy. I mean, if you're on the boat, you can do it on guest services. They'll help you. It's real easy. Just get your information. Boom, it's done.
Yeah. So, and they have little free gifts, which is nice.
Yeah.
So another way to save a little bit is to beware of the spending traps. And what I mean by that is everywhere you walk on the ship, I know Carnival's big for it. There's other cruise lines too, because we've been on Royal Caribbean. They've done it too, where they suck you in because there's a deal. Come on, and they'll try to grab your wrist. Wouldn't this ring look beautiful on you? And watch those traps because big deal. There's a sale. And they try to suck you in. And don't do it. Even in the ports, they do that. So, be aware of that. Be aware of what's going on. If you don't want to buy something, just just shake your hand like this and keep walking. You don't have to be rude to them because they're just trying to make their money, do their job.
Yep.
But you know, on the ship they're not as pushy, but they will try to get you in. Even for the spa, the ladies from the spa, come in. Don't you want a beautiful spa treatment and all this?
We don't.
So no. So watch that.
So another way you can rack up your cruise bill or save money, skip the photos, cruise photos. They can really add up quick. They can go anywhere from $20 on up. And
that's Charlie, by the way, if you can hear that in the background. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but sorry.
So on most all cruises, they'll take your picture for free. You can go to all the backdrops, and you can be like paparazzi,
Yeah, they'll be taking a picture.
Smile. But you know what? Like I said, they can add up. You can buy a photo package before the cruise ship, but it's not cheap either. It's not cheap.
But it is a little more discounted. But yeah.
So Tanya, her first cruise, and I was prepared for this. Rightly so, because
it was my very first
cruise, and she ran up a bill on photos, and you know what?
It was like $400.
$360. Well, who's counting? But anyways, you know what? We all learned. We had a good time. It's Tanya's first cruise, so we'll let Tanya have it this time.
But you know what? I've been doing really good ever since because we limit it to 1 or 2 photos, and that's it.
And you can put your phone on photo mode, and you can ask the crew to take pictures.
They love it. You give them your camera. If they're not busy, if they're carrying a tray of food, guys, don't stop them and ask them to take pictures. But if there's, most of them will, if they're not doing anything or just walking around, they will stop, and they love to take a picture.
Or somewhere on the ship, I know Tanya, hey, can I take a photo? And say,
oh yeah, they'll ask me, will you get one of us, or I'll get one of you, offer to do that.
So, save some money.
Another thing is take advantage of the onboard free activities. They have trivias, they have contests, karaoke, comedy, they have the shows.
Yes.
What else, John?
Let me see.
Challenges. They do all kinds of challenges on the Lido.
In the Red Fog Pub, now in Red Fog Pub or...
That's Carnival.
Right. Red Fog Pub or what is it now? Pig and Anchor. They have pong tournaments. Mm-hmm. Beer pong. So that's free. They do have ping pong tables. They got foosball. That's all free. Yep. Miniature golf.
Yep. And now they have that, and they'll have that on Royal as well. Mm-hmm. They'll have some of these, and Royal also does like the parades, down the promenade, which is really fun to go and see if you haven't seen
that.
It. Yeah, that was fun. We've seen it twice, and we love it.
I'm ready to go back on Royal again, too.
Yeah, so, yeah.
So, here's a little pro tip from TJ Fun 71. If you really want a specialty dining, and you want to try something new, book it on Embarkation your first day. I tell you why.
He means actually book it and make it for that day.
Yes.
Not book it that day for another day that week. Because the deals are if you go that day.
Right. Or let's say you just find out about it. You can run to that specialty dining hall and see if they got any openings. Because most of the time, they're going to give you a deal on the price. Or they're going to give you a free bottle of wine, which happened to us.
Or champagne. I think one time it was champagne.
Or champagne. Oh, sorry. Let me do that again. Or they could give you a free bottle of wine or
champagne.
A free bottle of champagne. And I heard of, in some cases, half off for that specialty dining hall. So, you know what?
For that night. Yep,
for that
Embarkation.
Night. Embarkation.
Because everybody else wants to go to the dining hall and eat. So
right.
They're just...
they got the party mode in, you know? They don't want... And here's
another thing. They want to
thing.
experience everything, so...
The specialty dining, they want you to dress up too. Mm-hmm. They want you to look nice, specialty dining.
A lot of people getting on don't want to dress up.
But on Embarkation, you can put a button shirt down, polo shirt and shorts, and you can go right to the dining hall.
First
or
time.
Not dining hall, Embarkation.
Well, dining hall too.
Specialty, yes.
Dining hall too, you can wear kind of casual your first day. But after that, they kind of want you to look a little nicer.
So that rule applies to specialty dining also.
Yep. And another way is... on a cruise, you will get dehydrated if you're in the heat. Bring your own refillable water bottle because most cruise lines will have water stations so that you're not buying water bottles or, that kind of stuff. Or if you're in the dining room, they'll fill up a glass of water for you. But, yeah. definitely bring your own water bottle.
Yeah,
They have collapsible ones and stuff. So.
Or you are allowed to bring a case of water.
I believe they have to be metal now, not plastic.
No, that cardboard kind.
No, it's metal.
Is it metal now?
Yeah, it's metal.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Check with your cruise line guys, but I know they're not doing the plastic anymore because people are doing that and trying to glue it and been a big mess with that. So
yeah. Okay, let's move on from the water.
Right there.
Yep. So I'm not a finance advisor. Never claimed to be a finance advisor. So if your finances are in order, here's a little saving tip. Get a credit card and that cruise what you like because you can get reward points. For instance, I do have a couple credit cards for a cruise line, what we enjoy. I do have a credit card, and I just use these when I booked a cruise. Hotel, you can get rewards for a hotel.
Points and you can get
free nights.
Yeah, points and money off cruises. Not cruises. Yeah, well, cruises too.
Yeah.
But money off of flights, money off of hotels.
Right.
Which is really nice.
Not only that, if you book a cruise on that credit card, it's double the points. Everything you buy on that cruise, you have it back. Go back to that credit card, it's double points, and you save up enough. And we did it. We got a free cruise. Mm-hmm. I think it cost me $50 for taxes or something, but yeah, we got a free cruise. Our main hub is Delta Airlines. We basically got a free flight to London because of all the Sky Miles. So it pays if you act wisely and smart to have certain credit cards what you can use for vacations.
Yep. So, and another way to save is to skip the Wi-Fi package. Just go off the grid for your week on.
I know you're not.
Well, I can't.
Right.
We use mine for a lot of things, and I have the kids here and my pets and stuff like that, where someone can contact me, usually through social media or something. But so you can skip that. But a lot of the cruise, well, I shouldn't say a lot because I don't know which ones, but there's different ports you get off at with your excursions or whether you're just getting off to enjoy the island, will have the free Wi-Fi or the hotspots. If you go into some of the restaurants, they'll have the hotspots where you can join while you're there.
Right.
You have to be a paying customer, buy a drink, buy a meal, something like that. But definitely take advantage of that if you're trying to touch base, let your family members know at home, hey, look, everything's good. We're on this island. We're getting back on the ship at such and such a time, and then go on to the next one.
So I know about 90 to 95% ports in the Caribbean and Bahamas with T-Mobile. You can get Wi-Fi because we'll get a text, hey, welcome to Dominican Republic, welcome to Cosmo. And 90 to 95% of those ports will have Wi-Fi if you need to check in, see how everything is. That I do know. Okay, so we like to fly down a day early. Just be safe. We'll come from the north. You never know when it's going to snow in Michigan. 2 days ago, it was
flights canceled and different things.
Yeah, well, 2 days ago was 70 degrees. That's hot for us this time of year.
Yeah, it didn't last though. It was one day thing.
No, and now I heard tomorrow we're going to have flurries.
It's like 40s.
Flurries.
Now we're back in the 40s.
Yeah.
And I think we're hitting the 30s sometime next week before we start going back up again.
So we like to fly out a day ahead of time. If you're out and about and you say, you go to the restaurant or entertainment, say, hey, we're ready to go on a cruise. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we got this, and this. So we're at a hotel once, and this was in Cocoa Beach, and we didn't know this, and I just asked, just out of the blue, hey, you got shuttles that take you to the dock? Yeah. You do? Yeah.
$10.
$10. I think it was $20 for the both of us.
Some of them offer it free. Some of them is free. We've been to a couple hotels where it was free.
Yeah, so ask. And you never know. I mean, a lot of these businesses thrive on tourist revenue. So ask, and you might get a good deal too.
Mm-hmm. So another thing you can do on board is take advantage of if you want to just stay in your room and you don't want to go to breakfast, take advantage of the room service. Not everything is free anymore, but they do have like your pastries, some fruit, fresh fruit, and they'll deliver that to your room.
Oh, like a continental breakfast?
Yeah, continental type breakfast. Yep. So take advantage of that if you just want to stay in your room. You had a late night the night before, but you're hungry and you want a little snack or something to hold you till lunch or dinner. take
and
advantage
it's not
of
that much for room service anyways, is it?
No, for that it's free. But if you want something else off the menu, there might be charges.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to keep within a budget, that's what the video's about.
Right.
So, but you can order anything that they have on the menu. There might be a charge for certain things. So.
All right, so like Tanya said, there's hidden get you on the cruise. You know, buy this ring, buy this necklace. Hey, win this raffle. Just get you in here so you can buy this $2,000 pendant.
Yeah.
On the last day of the cruise, last sea day, they like to blow their inventory out. So they're going to mark down. And Tanya did it. She's very thrifty about this. T-shirts, you can get 20, 30, 40% off.
Yeah, I'll wait till like the last day of the cruise or the day before the last day, and catch the deals. And before we go on with this though, comment below if you guys have ever won a raffle on a cruise, and tell us what you've won on a cruise.
You won one.
I won a couple actually. Yeah. Some were good things, and some were
we laughed.
Some were pass it on type prizes. Yeah. Someone else got excited over it. So, but tell us what you won. We're curious to see. And what cruise line did you win it on? Yeah.
So we know everyone's excited the first day on the ship. You just want to get a couple of drinks in. Once you're at sea and duty free, you just want to open up and go in, buy some merch. We get it.
Now, if you see limited amount on the shelves, because most of the time on the cruise ships, what's on the shelf is all they have. If you say, "Oh, do you have any in the back?" No, they usually for the most part will say no. So if you only see limited items or it's something you really, really, really want, don't wait till the end of the week because it won't be there.
Right.
We've done that too.
But if you're not particular about a T-shirt or an item like that, wait till day 6 if you're on the 7-day cruise.
Yep.
Get it then.
Yep. And sometimes even the morning of debarkation, they'll have it for about an hour or two. So.
All right. So another way you can save on a cruise, and if you're flying like us from the Great White North of Michigan.
What?
Great White North. Because it's white all the time. It's snow.
Oh, it's not all the time.
Well, I'd rather have white sandy beaches, palm trees, nice fresh air of salt water.
I like the changing weathers. Or seasons, I should say. And weather.
Okay.
We don't really have 4 seasons, though. Michigan kind of lost their spring. It kind of goes from winter, summer, back to winter, fall.
You might have a week of 2 of fall and maybe 2 weeks of spring.
Yeah.
Anyways, so if you're stuck up here in the north and you got to fly down to a cruise, here's another way to save money. 2 ways. 1, do a back-to-back cruise or a side-by-side cruise. 1, you pay once for airfare, so you don't have to book twice for airfare. So that's going to save you $400, $800, $1,200 for airfare. And if you do a back-to-back, some cruise lines will give you a break on the second half of that cruise. So they might say, hey, you know what? We'll give you 30% off since you're doing a back-to-back. Not all the time, but ask. And so you can save money. And also another one is, and I don't like what Carnival did. They took this out. Book your next cruise on the cruise ship. Carnival did away with it.
They don't do that anymore.
No.
But, Royal Caribbean still does.
Celebrity does and Princess.
Yeah, so you can save money doing it that way.
Yeah, they might give you $600 savings right then and there off the cruise with $200-$300 onboard credit. And not only that, they're there to give you the premium rooms and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, if you're flexible with, you're going to have time off, your flexible schedule, you want to book a cruise, you love going on that cruise line, go ahead.
Yeah, and I know I didn't write it down, but another way to save is allow the cruise line to pick your room. You may get obstructed view. I know Royal Caribbean does it. I'm not sure about other cruise lines, but allow them to pick your cabin.
Right.
Because if you tell them, I want a balcony or I want,
you can save
$1,000. You can tell them specifically you want a balcony or an inside or whatever, but they will pick the actual cabin number and where you're going to be. Right. So you don't know if you're going to get an obstructed view or not, but you're saving a lot of money.
Yeah, you can save at least $1,000 on a balcony room if you let Royal Caribbean or any other cruise line pick your cabin. Mm-hmm. You might not get midship, beautiful view. You might get all the way forward.
Rocky
with
bumpy.
looking at a somewhat of a lifeboat, and you got to look.
Or you might get a better view than you were even going to pick, you know. So you never know.
Never know. All right, last one. You fly into town, land at the airport. It costs money to go from the airport to the cruise port, and from Port Canaveral, from MCO, which is Orlando. It's a nice little pretty penny. If you go with...
For Lyft or Uber?
No. If you go with the cruise lines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So...
See, I was thinking sometimes it was cheaper to take their thing for $35 versus...
Right. And some... like, when it was...
Galveston, I would suggest taking the
shuttle.
The shuttle. Because trying to get a Lyft out of Galveston or an Uber is ridiculous. You might get lucky and get one right away, but... We waited over like an hour and a half, and it was getting ridiculous to get a ride.
What I say is this. When you book your cruise and you're officially booked, you'll have a drop down with Excursions. And Excursions is travel...
Shuttle.
Yeah, travel, shuttle, transportation. Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, it's one way. So if it's $35, that's from the airport to the dock. Then you're going to have to book it again from the dock back to the airport. So, just keep that in mind. You can see, or you can Google sometimes Uber or Lyft, how much it will cost, and you might be able to save money. You might have 4 people in your party.
Yeah,
it might
this
cost,
is like one way or the other. It could be cheaper to do the Uber or Lyft for you, or cheaper.
You got 4 people in your party. You all decide to go, halvesy or all chip in. You're going to save a lot of money because you can't do that with a cruise line. Hey, we got 4 people in our party. We're going to go halvesy. Oh, no, you're not. You're paying for that ticket. Mm-hmm. So just keep that in mind. Or we got lucky. Ask the hotels. So they got free shuttle. Mm-hmm. Or $10.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do your research.
And we got lucky because I'm not sure which one it was out of, but even our hotel that took us for $10 to the port for our cruise, before getting off of there, we found out that they actually pick up from the cruise line too, which isn't linked to the cruise line, but it's through our hotel, and they will pick us up and they will take you to whatever airport you were going to.
That was a good one because we got off.
I think that was $25.
It was $25. But if anyone knows where Port Canaveral is, back to MCO, which is Orlando International Airport, $25. That was a great deal.
So check with your hotels. They may not advertise it. You may not know. You might see a little sign at their desk, but definitely check because that's a good deal.
That was the hotel in Cocoa Beach that did that. Mm-hmm. So that was awesome. I want to save money. You want to save money. Yep. And Tanya said, yep. And what are we going to do?
If you like our channel and you like our content, please hit that subscribe button, guys, because it does help our channel grow and get our videos out there to other viewers that may be getting ready for their first time cruise or just want that information. So definitely, please hit that subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to do that, and it does help us. Be part of our TJ Fun family.
Right. And we appreciate very much. On that note, love you all. We'll see you on the next video side.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye now.